I swear to Christ, some shows just love to make you feel bad, like at the end of them. And believe me, at the end of this fucking episode, they really were driving to do that. Hello, welcome to another episode of Recap Corner. I am here talking about Twin Star Exorcists and kind of the blatantly obvious answer to kind of happen in this episode. And yes, I know that it's supposed to be tragic and sad, but there are some things that are kind of, that I do kind of have to ask the question of, is that when something is a lost cause, or pretty much you know that this is your only option to stop something, excuse me, my question is, when do you accept it? Because again, a lot of animes or a lot of TV shows in which that I watch, they never, I repeat, they all, well, I can't say that they never, but they almost never kind of accept the fact of, well, yeah, this is the only option that we have available. I kind of have to kill my friend, or I have to sacrifice them. You know, I mean, like, I mean, can look at like some examples in which that they had to do that. You know, I mean, again, like, it happens a lot, like, in a few series, but still, for this one, it's more or less like, okay, we know that side, this little girl is actually a branch. So she's a branch to this super tree that kind of protects the world and keeps all of the evil people out. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, the Guardians are going to get together and try and do this ritual to make another one. However, if it fails, we have to use the girl. Well, now, we don't want to do that because we've been traveling to her for, I guess, about, like, some weeks now? Some weeks? A month? I'll say a few weeks. Now, they've been traveling together for about, like, a few weeks now. And they like this little girl. I mean, hey, she's practically part of the family. Of course. So, we don't want to sacrifice her. I understand that. I get where you're coming from. And, yes, they are now acting more like an actual fucking family, like, throughout that entire filler section. So, yeah, I get it. You know, they want us to kind of get attached to her, you know, the same way as them, and we don't want her to go. And that's normal. However, the problem with that is, though, is a very blatant fact that Arima's kind of gone at the moment, to where that they can't even find him, even though he's locked away in Magano somewhere. Honestly, I'm not even sure if he's locked away or if he's dead. But from how this is kind of presenting itself, it's like, well, yeah, you don't have too many options there. He has to say, like, you have to stop. But they don't want that. So what the fuck else Man would do? Oh, okay. So let's okay, so just based on willpower alone, even though the Guardians failed, we will try our hardest to close this unending dragon spot. Well, lo and behold, they fail. And at this point, it's kind of making me think, because they were going to go this entire time sacrificing the fucking entire world, and it kind of reminds me of like those like Telltale games in which that it's like, if you played season 1 of The Walking Dead, and it always boils down to this, because I have to use Ben as like, man, the best example there, because again, I don't really like Kenny all that much, but, or at least after episode 2, I don't like him all that much, but from what I can understand, though, is the fact that, do you kill this person, or do you bring them with you? Me, personally, I can't kill people, so I bring them with me. In this one, in this case scenario, when it's like, you have no choice. In the Walking Dead game, you had a choice. This one, I don't have a choice. So it's like, well, the ritual failed, and you should have knew something was wrong when the fucking miasma didn't go away. And now you have the option of killing off your child. Well, not killing them off. Or kind of saving the world by forcing your child to take their original form. Well, fuck. And yes, it does have a tear-jerker of an ending. But till then, though, fuck. I don't know what the fuck is going on next week. Hopefully they do find Arima. And we also have to find a replacement for Sagan. because that man, even though he's battered to shit and is quote unquote man like fucking isn't qualified to be an exorcist, he's still beating ass. So hopefully we do find a replacement for him. But until then, that is what I say about that. I'll see you on the next John Graves show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.